Surprise, motherfucker. What's up? This is your friendly neighborhood Avenger Satanis. And we got another print on demand softcover book to look at that I wrote and self published. It's called Advanced Game Mastering Like a Fucking Boss. And again, this is not for resale because this is my author's proof. So yeah, this one I kickstarted a year ago, something like that, and it's got some great glyphs and layout coolness that I love, and again the sort of parchment background with the, if you can see the silhouette there, the Cortalis Meta Sigil silhouette. I used, because I didn't have the money, I used all AI art in this one. At least I think it was all. It's like 90% to 100%. And that's because, I just didn't have the money. I didn't have, this was the kind of the beginning of the end where I realized that, business-wise, I had sort of painted myself into a corner, and I just didn't have the funds coming in to make like a big splashy hardcover book any longer. So this is where it all went wrong. But I love this book. Don't get me wrong. I think it needed to be written by me. I feel like I'm the only person that could write this book, because it's a continuation of my first book on game mastering, which is How to Game Master Like a Fucking Boss. And that's why I titled it Advanced Game Mastering Like a Fucking Boss. And that one was like 110, 111 pages, I think. Maybe it was 120, something like that. And this one, I think it's close. This one is, let's see here, 105 plus a couple pages. So yeah, say 108, 109 pages, so really close. With the blank page, I'm just going to call it 111. So yeah, let's dive in. So all this is, or pretty much all this is AI art. And it's just like the last one. It's just different essays and things to talk about. Different forms of immersion. A couple people have reviewed this online. So if you want to see a review, I think Nick Beardia and his crew did a good job reviewing this. Spark of Life, some more art, the GM's best quality, Overwhelmed. So I get, it's on one side it's like gameable stuff, like actual like nuts and bolts. Like, here, you could use this in your games. This is how you can GM better. And then the rest of it is just like philosophy and sort of arriving at a deeper understanding of not only the craft of game mastering, but just life in general, and how to sort of bridge or merge the two, and I hope come out stronger in both categories by the end. Achieving psychocosm, that's what I call those moments when you feel like you're really there in the game. You feel like you are the wizard, or as a game master, you are sort of inhabiting the world and all the creatures and monsters and gods and magic items and whatever that exist within that world, where it seriously blurs the lines between fantasy and reality. That's what I call psychocosm. And so that's, obviously something I try to achieve in my games, because that's the deepest level of immersion that there is. If the mind of reality was a hologram on acid. Some of these kind of get far out and kind of weird, but that's sort of where some of the best advice lives, especially if you're into Gonzo. And if you're into, weird stuff and outside the box and pushing the envelope. So yeah, there's little bits of world building in here too. I think there's some random tables in here. I mean, I haven't gone back and reread this since I wrote it. I have looked through it briefly here and there. I want to say there probably are a couple. I mean, you have lists like that, but I think there are maybe a couple random tables in here. We'll see. So making a top 10 list. Some things are just kind of like, even the things that are sort of standard, I try to put my own Avenger spin on it, and sort of a lot of tools I use in a kind of a unique way, or use in my own way. Taking on the role of an NPC, only take what you need to survive. 4 Essentials of Happiness. That's cool. That turned out really well. I remember the day I created that with AI. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this AI stuff has got some real potential. And so yeah, I mean, if I just read the titles, it's not going to mean much to you, because it kind of leads into it's like getting to know a TV series by reading off the titles of episodes. That's not really gonna give you the 411. And I don't think it would help to just read random passages. So that's kind of why I'm just flipping through it. But I mean, if you like my stuff, I think this is right up there, and you could do a lot worse. If you don't like my stuff, maybe because you don't know about it, or you don't know much about, I don't know, me or Chult or Advanced Crimson Dragon Slayer, or anything like that, then but if you're really into game mastering, you could get this and then kind of see what happens. Balls deep immersion. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's basically like taking it to the next level and cranking it up to 11. That's sort of how I run my games. And the Sutter Kane effect, sigil magic. I do sometimes incorporate occult principles and practices in my game mastering, into my everything, my game design, my life. So, if that interests you, there's a little bit of that in here too. Okay, I kind of want to slay the dragon. That's one of the. Is that the last line? That's one of the last lines from the TV show Angel. And then here we got Waiting in Line, a Chult adventure. Now, this isn't a long adventure. The adventure I'm writing now for the Primordial Chaos Gonzo book it can't be run fully in one session. But this is maybe half a session, so this would be a good demo game, like a 90-minute or 2-hour game. Or if you add stuff in, you could expand it to the standard 4-hour level. And then it's got things at the end for expanding it, and here's some stat blocks. And then here in the appendix, you got VengerCon like a fucking boss. And this is a random table, a D100 table, that I created for, I believe, VengerCon 2. And it's just random things that, if I want to throw something weird or unexpected in a room or a cave or a scene or wherever, I'll just roll on this, and then I'll use what it says, or I'll just use that as a prompt or advice to kind of get me over the creative hump and come up with something hopefully awesome. So yeah, there's a whole lot of them. I'll just do, let's say, number 74, just to give you a little taste. Okay, 74. Slave girls tattooed with demon claw choking their neck. So have you ever seen those girls? The really bad girls. The ones that, aren't even acceptable on Pornhub. That have like a hand, like choking, like a hand, like choking their neck, like tattooed on them, like that, but a demon claw. So that's kind of, that's what I was going with that. And yeah, so that's an idea right there. So yeah, you can use that. And sometimes, if I roll on this table, I'll keep that idea sort of in the back of my head, even if it doesn't fit or isn't applicable in that moment, right then and there. Maybe it will be 5 minutes from now or 15 minutes from now. And then, I've got that in my back pocket, and I can sort of like let that idea coalesce with some other things, maybe some things written down, maybe another random table. And then eventually, more often than not, it all comes together. You got the sales page, buy the trilogy. The trilogy on PDF is still free. And sometime in the next couple of days, I'm going to put it back up to like, I don't know, $10 for the PDF. If you want to buy the hardcovers, they're very gorgeous and very much in my basement. Just let me know. I will let you directly buy them from me. And you got some more awesome Eldritch and Infernal sigils or glyphs. And then, then that's it. And I've got the back on most of these. Like this one is just a picture. And then this one is a promotional thing for VentureCon 3. But this one, I wrote up a whole thing for the back. I was kind of inspired to do that. And if you buy one, you can read that. Or I suppose if you're really that insane, you can pause it and try to read it from the video. I think that's all I have to say. I got to go make dinner for everybody. So I'll leave you with that. Here again is the cover of the image. It's on Amazon. So I would either I would type that in the search bar on Amazon, either Advanced Game Mastering like a Fuck Your Boss, or Venger Satanis, or Venger Asnaz Satanis, or Corthalis Publishing. And then you will find all my softcover POD, print on demand books, and then you can choose from a selection of that, whatever you want. I try to reasonably price everything so nobody gets gouged, and I make a couple bucks off each sale, and you get a great product. That's it. Thanks.